Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we are playing on the Chaoswalker. We're going to show you the Voidwalker's Echo, the Chaoswalker's new legendary weapon. It starts off with crushing, or we get Death and Decay, which is an aura, and then also Crushing Darkness, which is a doom stacking skill, which stuns and also has impactful. We are going to be using skill mastery Chaos to get chaotic from Chaos Missile and uncontrolled arrow, or whatever it's called. It is the Demon Hunter's one, uncontrolled arrows, I was right. And we're going to use those to get us chaotic as well as skill chain into shadow. We're running advanced tactics, devastating blow, divine legacy, and chaotic aptitude. So whenever we trigger chaotic, we also gain aptitude. So let's get into it and see what happens. The most important thing is damage as well as doom stacking, and we'll see where we can go from there. We do have Doom, so it might be good to go Doom to Disarray first. That is quite a strong one. Actually, yeah, we can do that. And then we'll go from there. I don't want Area of Effect. The problem with Area of Effect is, as you can see, the skills themselves have insane amounts of visuals. So if we grab AoE, we'll be in a bit of trouble in terms of those visuals. You know, we won't be able to see whether we're Arthur or Martha. So we need to have it. Also, we need to get some critical strike chance. We're only on 57%. The higher our crit, the higher the chance of getting, you know, doomed to doom on crit, which we do want. Alright, there's Chaotic Missile, nice and early. So we should start seeing some aptitude gains. Yep, we are already seeing it, which is fantastic. The only thing is we don't want any of this stuff. And then we can grab a bit of expansive. So I don't want the colossal, but getting a little bit of AoE here and there is still very, very good for us. So it is beneficial to grab it. And then we actually want more lethality. So try and get that going. We need the critical strike chance because it doesn't help having a lot of critical damage if you're not critting. And luckily, because you know, every skill in the game benefits from crit some way or another, whether it's the initial hit and then the dot damage just ticks, or whatever the case is, there is always a good chance. I need, before we even go anywhere, we need a doom on hit. If we don't get a doom on hit, I cannot get the uncontrolled arrow. So we need to make sure we get it before we see the skill. Also, we do get our first skill chain, but we want chaos to shadow, not the other way around. So that's not what we're looking for. Okay, there's our first doom. We actually go and lock that damage for the crushing darkness because that is quite a decent amount over there. And I'm happy to take that. 45% increased damage, which is pretty decent if you ask me. And then we're going to go and now try get our next uncontrolled chaos. There we go, beautiful. We did get a doom on hit, which is what we need. And now we're going to use rerolls quite a lot here, because I feel like if we don't get good passives early on, we're going to be very, very weak and not do enough damage. So we want to do as much damage as possible, and in order to do that, we need to get those beautiful, you know, passives. So without them, we're not going to do enough damage. HP is going to be good, some block chance as well, and things like that might come in handy for us as well. Rune, that's okay, we can grab one, why not? Don't need the skills, more doom, more movement speed as well. Alright, the best thing is you're going to notice that through skill chaining, we're going to get quite a lot of the crushing darkness going off. So it does have a stun, so most enemies will land up just not moving, which is great because it does have impactful as well, which means that the closer we are, the more damage we do. And if they're not moving, it's pretty safe to just stand on top of them. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect bosses, so we have to just be careful in that regard. I do need that lethality. I want that doom as well. Every time we rerolled there, we landed up with something doom-wise, so that's pretty good. And for builds like this, you got to remember we're stacking the doom stacks, the amount of doom that we can apply with skills, not the actual doom damage. So we don't really worry about what damage, you know, the doom is doing. We just want as many stacks of it as possible because we want, as you can see, it does 100 damage per stack right now, and we want it to do as much as possible. Is chaotic to aptitude worth it? Well, we're going to see. A battle proficiency might be slightly better, but that's something for us to test and see. Okay, we are 93% critical strike chance, which means that the Disarray is actually quite big because we just got Disarray on crit. And we now just need a Doom on crit as well, because there's a higher chance to crit. I mean, there's a higher chance to apply Doom on crit than there is just normal attacks. It's 50% versus 25%. And when you're attacking quite often, that translates to a whack ton more Doom. So if we can get one of them, that would be great. I made a boo-boo over here. We actually have to get rid of that. But there we go. It kind of fixed itself. So we go for the skill chain. We've also got the increased damage, which is beautiful. So it went up to 132% now. Excuse me. Got to defeat a couple of spiders over here. Now the thing is, if you guys don't worry about visuals and you play on like 0 visuals anyway, then the best thing to do is to get the AoE, the Colossal, from Midorak, because obviously you're going to have a global stun and nothing around you is going to be able to hit you because they're going to be on the floor facing down. So that is one of the best things that you can do. If you do care about the visuals, then do what I'm doing. Don't worry about the area of effect as much and just play the game per normal. And you're going to get some crazy things happening, like now when you pick up your Ascension. There's so much visual clutter, it's scary. But it's all worth it in the end anyway.
Each task bends fate in my favor.
Okay, we've got our boss. We'll grab a little bit of area of effect, a nice multicast there on Crushing Darkness as well, 132 damage per stack. And we'll see how much once we get more skill chain and things like that, we'll be in a much better position. But until then, we just got to kind of hope now. Yeah, we're doing a lot of damage. So we actually skipped the kobolds. They were probably the best thing to go for first. But the thing is, they're actually very, very difficult to deal with in the very beginning with certain skills. And this is definitely one of those skills that is going to be difficult for us to deal with the bosses. So I decided, let's go get the Doom to Disarray first. That will be much easier for us. I mean, Disarray to Disoriented. And then we'll now do the Valk and Vyv and Valk fight. And that will give us that. And then we can do Mhyza Head for Exposed, which we could have actually started off with as well, being very, very strong here as well. And this only works with Exposed and things like that because it deals direct damage. As soon as the skill doesn't do direct damage, like yesterday, then you can kind of forget about Exposed and also things like that. So it's good to know though.
Each task bends fate in
Okay, we actually get quite a lot of XP here, so let's just soak it all up. I mean, that was nearly 6 levels. A little bit more movement speed, more Doom. Fast frequency, I don't need that damage. Merciless is also really good here. Is this a boss fight? I'm hoping not. No, it's not. That is beautiful. So we do want some AoE, but we don't want a lot of it. And some of the bosses we also kind of have to turn the visuals down. So when we fight things like Mhyza Head and this boss fight here, we will end up turning visuals down because it's much easier just to beat them when you can see what's happening. It's very, very dangerous. Okay, we don't need that. Cast frequencies are perfect. A Swift is good, so we're going to grab that. And a more critical strike chance. So now we're definitely on 100%. And we got a boss fight for +2, which is okay. And more Doom. So for boss fights, if we can actually just focus them with the skills, we'll apply more Doom stacks. And then once we get a bit closer to hit them with our Crushing Darkness, you'll see, there you go, able to defeat them very, very quickly. A little bit more expansive, doesn't hurt. And then we re-roll because we're looking for the skill chain and we get the damage again. So lock the damage, grab the skill chain, up to 164 damage per stack. Beautiful. And we're on 20% skill chain now. Just get a quick cheeky objective in there.
Weakening. We can break it.
I feel like we need even more skill chain though. 20% is not nearly enough. Okay, I accidentally took damage there for the chaotic missile. It's not the end of the world, but we shouldn't have done that. Area of effect and then critical damage.
Piece by piece, the path clears.
Alright, thank you. There's a 3 right here. Alright, multicasting is good. Disarray is good. We have absolutely no life, so that's really bad. We do actually need to get some HP, because at this high level, any HP, I mean, any defense is good, because these bosses are going to do a whack ton of damage to us. So let's just grab anything that we can see that isn't damage. So as soon as we get things like that, then armor is better if we don't want to reroll. Over here, we're already on 100% crit, so getting the armor is going to be a little bit better there. And I don't want to reroll too much either, because we do have to use them for both the boss fights as well as for our actual upgrades. So need to keep them. Over here, just turn the visuals down just to ensure our survival is just a lot safer this way. And there we go. Alright, so we can turn it back up again. Now we get the devastation. We finally get critical strike for Doom. And then, ooh, there is chaotic to purity, but that's much better. And now we go to Mhyza and absolutely wreck there. Well, we should, because devastation is a big, big upgrade for us.
This place was singed before I arrived. I'll finish the job.
Alright, now we have the crit to Doom as well, so we're going to be applying far more Doom stacks, which is beautiful.
Leave nothing whole.
We're nearly at 75, which will be the next amount of skill chaining, so we can actually banish that. Multicast is good. Merciless, Doom's movement speed, Disarray over there. I'm not doing that one. When you start a level and the very first objective, like if I get to like plus 20, let's say, if the very first objective is those ghosts, then for me it's worth doing. But when I'm this far in, when we can kill absolutely anything and we don't have to worry about whether or not, you know, we do damage, because we do damage, then we don't do that objective. Alright, so we get another damage increase there, but there's that, cast frequencies, multicast, how much multicast do we actually have? 82, 144, I think it's, okay, we'll take it, what the heck. Grab that, ooh, beautiful. You know, when the game just gives you exactly what you need, you're in a good time there. Grab those. We can go for more disarray there, and that was a very, very good level up experience for ourselves there. Unfortunately, two of the three of those are the ghosts, so that puts us into a very awkward situation now, where we have to wait for the objective to be something different. But luckily, it became a +4, so I'll take that any day of the week. Because now we got more damage.
Piece by piece, the path
We found a goblin over here, which is even better. Free XP, I'll take that.
not quick enough. Jewels and gold, always well.
And this is a cool skill to see multicasting as well, just because of, you know, all the explosions that occur on the screen. And you can also see just a lot of orbs around us because of the artifact power as well. And each orb does doom damage and applies stacks of doom for us as well.
Another step.
How many more there? Okay, last two. We've been running a marathon here just to get the objectives going. Alright, multicasts are good. More Doom. We need to reroll. We've only got one lock. I think the multicast is going to be worth it, so we'll grab that. And then we can grab some Doom stacks, Area of Effect. And look at it. It's beautiful. Okay, we do still have to make sure we don't take lethal damage. But there we go. Alright, this is another boss where we do have to turn the visuals down just a little bit. And I am grabbing area every so often because, again, we do want that to be a big thing for us. But we don't want area for everything, because if you land up picking up your Ascension accidentally, or the Affliction Orbs, or even Chaotic Missile and the uncontrolled arrows, it becomes a very big, I wouldn't say a headache, but it definitely makes it a lot harder to see absolutely anything. And the main thing is the crushing darkness, so we want to keep that. Alright, there's exposed on hit with the damage for that. We also get the level ups over here, which is great. I don't think we had a lot of magnetic though, so let's see. 80% should be enough. And let's see, 16, 17, 18 levels. I mean, we nearly got a full Divine Legacy proc over there just from that, so that is beautiful. We do need some HP, but damage and Doom obviously is very good. Cast frequency is still very good here as well, so we'll grab those. We need more skill chain, so we're going to grab that, of course. Armor is good. The magnetic's a bit of a lost cause right there, but it's fine. More darkness. I mean, I could re-roll a little bit, but we actually got pretty decent upgrades, so it wasn't fully necessary. Volkage and Revolt for the last one, just for another devastation, or we could get the Purity if you're feeling like you're going to go a bit further. It's a little bit unfortunate that that is the options for him, because we want the devastation, the Demolition Expert, and you can't get two passives in one round. If you could, that would be amazing. Imagine a rune that cost all of your points, like six rune points, but you could pick double boss passives. That would be disgustingly strong. Alright, things are looking up for us. We're definitely at a position now where we're very, very strong, as you can see. It's just really nice experiencing an upgrade in the game. So like while you're busy playing, so much happens, but you sometimes with skills you don't feel like a power creep. So like if you're playing Quicksand Totem, you do immense amounts of damage all the time. You know, you don't feel any more power. I mean, okay, you do, but if you start off with a strong skill, it doesn't feel as satisfying as starting off with a skill that takes time. And then when you get to the very end and you one-shot things, it feels amazing. Alright, by the way, when I tested to see if this actually worked, in the original test we had 160% skill chain, where here we've only got 76%, so a very big difference. But it doesn't really matter too much. Go back to +2 over here. And you can see the difference between the first fight and the second fight with the bosses. A completely different game being played here, just because we got ourselves a little bit more of the passives and things like that.
No stopping now. That primordial portal is our next step.
Oh, I like the dodge. So when you dodge, you've got like a blue accent around your red, not blue, and your weapon has this purple. So when you dodge and you're moving, you can see like the red and the purple mixing, which is pretty cool. I like that. Not something I've actually paid attention to before.
Where are you, Void King?
Alright, visually I cannot even see where I'm going. Increase the damage over there. Remember, if we take... Oh, we actually have both our lives. So, that's very good. Okay, we had both our lives. And then I thought the boss, the enemy, was on the other side of the screen, and he wasn't, so that hurt. That's, mustn't happen again. Get me a dodge there. I even saw the wording dodge.
The door resists, but truth always
Where is... Oh, they're all ones. That's unfortunate. Yeah, well, we have to do it. Not like we have much of an option here. We've got more than enough movement speed to not even have to worry about dodging here. The only problem is the way that this map is, the area, is we could land up walking into one of them. And that would be bad for us. But there we go. There's another +1 that just spawned here. Yay. Some very bad luck we're having today with objectives, but it is what it is. Okay, let's do the one over here at the very bottom. Maybe by doing this one, we'll be able to see something better somewhere else in the middle of the screen or something.
The spell is cracking. One piece at a time.
Ah, look at that. My wish came true. Unfortunately, we did pick up an area of effect passive from our ascension. Did we? It looked like we did. But there we go, that's all over. We've got 19 more levels, which means that one of them is a Divine Legacy, so we do have to just remember... Oh, there we go, the first one. So there's more skill chain, beautiful, cast frequencies, multicast, doom. Ooh, lovely legendary damage there for us. Damage. Let's see if we can find more damage and things like that. Oops, wrong thing. I was looking for damage. I saw damage and just clicked on it. Not area. Doom is fine. That's fine. Not area. Cost is fine. Chaos. Ooh, nearly 100%. We're 94% skill chain.
This moment, but the ending is all mine.
Okay, I think... Wait, who are we against? The Spellblade? I guess I don't need to think. He didn't last long enough for us to have to worry about it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Netherworld, a 15-minute, 40-second run. Not bad, not the fastest, but not the slowest either. It is a +8 as well. And 5.5 trillion. I just want to show you guys that the Grim Precision... Oh. I really would have thought. I guess we didn't get enough of them. I only had 2 of them. If you had more of them, then it would have done a far more damage. Actually, you can even see by the time active. Also, yeah. I mean, if you had more of them, it was half the amount of DPS and there were only 2 of them compared to 27. So, you know, take that into consideration. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.